Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Sonics, MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K22. We're about halfway through season number 3, and our Sonics are playing some great basketball. We're 23-13, which is second place in the Western Conference, and really through the past month or so, we have been red hot, largely in part by the acquisition of Talen Horton-Tucker, who I feel has played quite well since being acquired from the Houston Rockets, and I think he's been a great fit. We do have a prospect profile in today's episode. We're going to go over the second tier of players. So not a lot of the guys at the top, but that next group of players who are probably going to be lottery picks and other first rounders. We did not talk about Jesse Treadwell, however, in the first prospect profile because he's been one of the biggest risers this season. Currently a senior at Brewster Academy. He was originally planning to go to college. He committed to play for Michigan State. However, he has been maybe the best high school basketball player in the country, and because of that, he might go right out of high school into the league. Treadwell is a great scorer from inside the arc, a little bit inconsistent from three, but he's a very solid perimeter defender, good playmaking, good athleticism. There's a reason why he is now starting to get some top 5 buzz. It's because he's played really, really well. One of the more polarizing players in this class is French point guard Harry Fisher, who is 7 foot tall. I don't really know how scouts feel about him. I think some are going to grade him high, like in this bottom portion of the top 10 range, and I think others might view him as such a project that he might not even be worth a first-round pick. Now, it only takes one GM to overdraft certain players, so I do think, as of now, Harry Fisher would be a lottery pick, largely because of his upside. You don't find 7-footers who are playmakers and shooters like him. He was one of the more talented guards overseas for a while, but had a really strong growth spurt, which has given him some newfound height. That's why he doesn't have great rebounding or post defense. He doesn't really have the ability to play forward or center. He's a point guard, but is 7 foot. So hopefully he can gain some more versatility, and I think if he does, he could be really, really interesting. One of the most exciting players to watch in this draft class is Seton Hall point guard Armani Walker. Walker was a super high recruit. He started his career at Kentucky last year, and things didn't really work out. So he hops in the transfer portal, goes to Seton Hall, and he's been one of the best players on one of the better teams in the country. He's an electrifying player who can posterize defenders inside. Walker has unbelievable athleticism, which is his calling card. He's very good at creating his own shot, although he has been inefficient from three. He does show a lot of promise there, and I think he's a better three-point shooter than that C- grade suggests. Added on with above-average perimeter defense, playmaking, and obviously phenomenal athleticism, I think Walker could be a really fun player in this draft class. From Duke, we look at wing Boogie McGuire. Now, Duke won the national championship, if you remember, last year, largely because of their wing play. We saw Darvarius Johnson, who was a great 3-and-D player for them last year, get drafted by the Knicks, and Boogie McGuire has had a similar role. Now, he's not as efficient of a scorer as someone like Darvarius Johnson, but McGuire is a very good playmaker for his frame, excellent defense, excellent athleticism, so if he can just get a little bit more efficient on offense, and he does show flashes and spurts of being a great scorer, I think he could be phenomenal. We have another French-born player in the draft class. This is Philippe Dupont. He is a versatile, lengthy forward who I think is very similar to a guy like Chance Dumas, somebody who's super athletic, who is super versatile on both ends of the floor, but it is a little bit raw. Dupont is a better shooter entering the draft than Chance Dumas was. Added on with good playmaking, athleticism, and defense, I think Dupont could continue to rise up draft boards and possibly be a lottery pick. Another one of the top high school players in this year's draft class who will likely go pro right out of high school is Sierra Canyon center Octavius Macon. Macon stands at 6'9", and he has good frame, weighing in at around 230 pounds. He's a unicorn on offense. He can handle the ball, he can stretch the floor, and he's a really solid playmaker. He does have a lot of work to do defensively as a rim protector, but I like what he brings to the table. He has a very similar frame to a guy like Isaiah Stewart, who is a big piece on one of the best teams in the league, in the Detroit Pistons. And even though Macon isn't the tallest, I do project if he improves on defense, he will likely be a 5 in the NBA, especially if he grows another inch or two. The final player we're going to be looking at is Spanish point guard Fabian Campal. Campal is one of the most gifted offensive players in this year's draft class. His defense is really hurting his stock, though, and that's why he's a fringe first-rounder. However, as somebody who can be a floor general, somebody who can score from all three levels, I think he'd be a good fit for the Seattle Sonics. The Sonics do have a lot of guard depth, but not particularly at point guard. And I think someone like Fabian Campal, who can create his own shot and can play make, would be really beneficial. He has a B-plus perimeter defense grade, but I think his perimeter defense will be worse than that B-plus mark. So there are definitely a lot of good choices there in the middle of the first round, but I'm not sure if Seattle's going to pick in that range. They had their own pick, which is obviously towards the back, and they had the Lakers pick, remember, and the Lakers have a worse record in the league. So currently, if the season ended today, we would be projected the number 1 pick. There's no clear top selection at the moment. We're currently being mocked Antoine Ingram and Uzoma Chukwumereji, and there are a lot of other guys like Prince Ezekwesili, Cesio DeSico, Vyacheslav Jvenmanis, a lot of guys who went over in the first prospect profile, and maybe even someone like Jesse Treadwell, who we talked about today, who's been really rising up boards. So if you remember earlier in the season, one of our rookies, Chance Dumas, who I alluded to earlier today, got injured. Well, he has recovered at a remarkably fast pace. He got injured with that leg injury about 2 months ago in this game against Golden State. And if you remember, he was originally projected to be out for 4 to 6 months. But here we are 2 months later, and he is projected to come back within the next week or two, which is a really, really big deal. At the end of the last episode, I was talking about the experiment I've been running with Buzz Wigginton playing center. And so far, it actually has been working. I'm still not planning on keeping it like this for the long term, but I did want to test it out a little bit more as we go along here towards the middle of the season. I figured this is where we could experiment rather than towards the end of the season when games are a little bit more important. So I was originally going to play the Toronto Raptors. I really wanted to face off against them. Their rookie, Quinton De Colo, has been a beast this year. He's been balling out. But I noticed the Golden State Warriors are right on our schedule. They're the only team ahead of us in the Western Conference. So I figured we have to play them, right? This is one of our most important games of the year. So we blew out the Raptors, winning by 35 points. They only scored 69. Nice. Literally, nice defense. The Raptors shot 5 of 34 from 3. Quinton De Colo, who we were just talking about earlier, 0 for 9 from the field. Gary Trent, 3 for 18, 2 for 13 from 3. I think Scotty Barnes was like 5 for 18 from the field. I mean, something ridiculous. So as they look at this Warriors team, they were really bad last year, and they have completely flipped the switch. Of course, they still have Steph Curry, who's been even better than normal. Their top draft pick, Diemi Odiemi, has fit right into their lineup and has pretty much been the replacement for Draymond Green. I did not agree with that pick originally, but he's just been such a good fit for them. So right before that game, look who's back. Chance Dumas. It said 2 days ago it would take him a week or two, and now he's fully healthy. So an injury that was supposed to take 4 to 6 months took less than 2 months for him to recover from, which is just remarkable. He will return to the bench, and he will get right back to around 20 or so minutes per game like he was before he got injured. So as we start this one, Seattle wins the tip, but they immediately turn it over, and then on the other end, Steph Curry hits the mid-ranger. The Sonics have to be able to D him up well. That's what she said. The Sonics really struggle against star-scoring guards, and, well, none of whom are better than Steph Curry. As he connects with the 3-ball, nice shot by Jonathan Kuminga. Good start early for the Warriors. It's 9-4. Here comes Buzz Wigginton with the slam. Buzz Wigginton, of course, starting at center today. He is a very intriguing matchup with the super athletic James Wiseman. As Oscar J. Basile hits the step-back 3, Oscar with an early 5 points, and it's now 11-9. Here comes Kyril Story with the poster! Story puts James Wiseman in a casket. What a slam for Kyril Story. If they don't put him in the dunk contest, it is a crime, because he's been the best dunker in the NBA this year. 13-11 now. Buzz with the spin move fadeaway. What a shot by Buzz, who's averaging around 19 and about 11 rebounds, certainly deserving of an all-star spot, especially considering he's been the best player on one of the best teams in the league. As Oscar connects with Jordan Poole, open for 3, and it rattles in. The former Warrior will put the Sonics up top. 13-16 now. Odiemi for Wiseman, who misses the dunk. Great defense by Buzz. Seattle running the fast break. Here's Jordan Poole taking it to the rack himself. And the Sonics are on fire. They have scored 9 out of the past 11 points, and they are up by 7. Here's David Nwaba inside. No good. Nice defense by Bitadze. Putback attempt, no good by Jalen Smith, but he gets it back over to Nwaba. Misses again. The Sonics defense has been so good. Lights out the past couple of minutes. And then here we are on the other end. Look who it is. Chance Dumas. Welcome back to the lineup. Dumas with the early slam. Chance Dumas probably would have gotten in the dunk contest too had he not gotten injured, because he's been throwing down slams all year as well. Nice move there by Steph Curry. Curry's been quiet today. Part of the reason why the Warriors have struggled on offense is because the Sonics have really D'd him up well. Sus. What a block there inside by Obi Toppin on Goga Bitadze. With the Buzz Wigginton experiment at center, Bitadze has certainly seen his minutes decrease as Seattle sags off on defense, and it's Jalen Smith who hits the three. Part of the Pascal Siakam trade last season as Curry connects with Jalen Smith again. I know the Warriors have the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, but it's the Splash Triplets tonight based on how Jalen Smith is shooting the rock. Speaking of Steph Curry, he lets it fly. Good on-ball defense there by Chance Dumas, but it doesn't matter. 23-29 now. Final moments of the quarter. Seattle trying to get a shot off. It seems like they're calling their play too late, and they're not going to get a good look as Dumas gets it to Porter, but it's too late. Nonetheless, a good start here in the first quarter against the best team in the Western Conference record-wise, 25-29. Oscar blocked at the rim, but it doesn't matter because Buzz gets the rebound in the and one. I know Oscar was rejected, but we'll say that was a pass just to make him feel better about himself. 25-32. Look at Kyril Story. Has the lane wide open for an easy slam. And now the Sonics lead by 9. Buzz misses the fadeaway, grabs his own rebound, gets the putback. Bad move there by Davis Bertans. He got a little bit fooled out, and Buzz Wigginton was able to make the play pretty easily. 25-36. Sonics really looking good here early. If Seattle wins, keep in mind they do take first place in the West as Klay Thompson beats the buzzer, hits the three, and it's now an 8-point game. Kyril Story again! He almost just murdered 2 people in plain sight. Holy cow, if that dunk had gone in, that would have been the play of the year. Wiseman and Kuminga both under the basket, both nearly got postered. Wow. Kyril Story would make both 3 throws, so it's now a 10-point game as James Wiseman answers back with a dunk of his own. It's once again an 8-point ball game as Jonathan Kuminga is wide open in the corner, makes the 3. Kuminga has been one of the most improved players in the league this year. He has really taken some big leaps in his game. Woo! Look at the pump fake there by Buzz Wigginton as he connects from deep. Buzz had James Wiseman going flying. Look at that again. Excellent move by Buzz Wigginton, who now has 12 points and 8 rebounds. I think it's fair to say the Buzz Wigginton experiment at center has worked out a lot better than I was expecting. Kyril Story has space. He hits the 3. Story now with 9 points, and Seattle has been able to maintain a steady lead from around 7 to 11 points. Nice block there by Bitadze. Doesn't matter, though. Jalen Smith gets the putback and the and one. Jalen Smith has been a spark plug off the Golden State bench tonight. He has been really impressive. It's now a 6-point game, about 4 minutes left in the quarter. Chef Curry is checked back in as he connects with his splash brother, Klay Thompson, for the layup. Good defense there by Porter, but it doesn't matter. 40-44 now. Bitadze backing down on Jalen Smith, no good, with the rebound and the putback. Nice move there by Bitadze, and even with a decrease in minutes, I will say he has looked awfully good today, trying to earn some minutes back. Kuminga, nice move on Horton Tucker as he sinks for triple. Warriors only down by 1 score. Oscar nearly posters Obi Toppin as Bitadze gets it back. Goga Bitadze had 10 points in probably 5 or so minutes in this game. He has been really impressive on offense. Klay Thompson off the screen, connects from 3 as it's now a 2-point game and we have a jump ball. Goga Bitadze is a lot taller than Jonathan Kuminga, but Kuminga's got some bunnies as he wins the tip-off, and Jalen Smith connects on the lob. Now tied at 50. Great second quarter here for the Warriors, but look out! Oscar Javasilan with the windmill, showing off some style. Golden State is lucky they had no one back there, or else I think Oscar would have put someone on a poster. Oscar Javasilan was also supposed to go to the dunk contest last year, but he got injured. Maybe he's in this year. Nice move by Curry after getting blocked by Buzz to put it back in. Golden State now leads for the first time in the second quarter. 54-52. Seattle answers right back with a slam from Kevin Porter Jr. Final seconds of the half. Curry for the lead. No good. Nice defense from R.J. Hampton. And through one half, this has been a heavyweight battle. There's a reason why these two teams are head and shoulders currently ahead of everybody else in the Western Conference. Seattle outscored Golden State by 6 in the first quarter, but the Warriors answered right back. Buzz Wigginton has been the best player on the floor for either team tonight. He is 12-8. Curry with 13-6. Although he's been a little bit inefficient, I think Seattle has definitely defended Curry fairly well as we go to the third quarter. Golden State starts with the ball. Curry off the screen. It might be a long second half for the Seattle Sonics. I have a feeling Steph Curry might start to heat up. 57-54. Seattle trying to answer as Kyril Story does his little jab step. That's his signature move from beyond the three-point line, and he drains it. Nice shot for Story. He now has 12 points. He's played pretty well tonight, and we're tied at 57. Wiseman sets a screen there for Curry, who's now guarded by Buzz. Then Wiseman sets another screen for Klay Thompson, who connects. Thompson's been Golden State's most efficient scorer tonight, as it's now 60-57. Curry heaves it up from like 5 feet beyond the line. If that had gone in, then I don't know. That would have been nuts. On the fast break, nice slam for Buzz Wigginton Jr., who now is up to 14 points. 60-59, James Wiseman tries to set a screen. He just chooses not to. Oh, now he does. Over to an open Klay Thompson, who is starting to heat up. And when Klay Thompson gets hot, yeah, not good for the defense. Oscar Jabasilin with another poster. Even if Golden State is shooting the heck out of the ball, Seattle is just destroying the dignity of these Golden State defenders. That was for rookie Diemi Odiemi, who got dunked on. However, on the following possession, Odiemi gets a dunk of his own. Now it's 65-61. Buzz Wigginton on the drive with the slam. I think both of these teams are just trying to destroy these rims with some of these slam dunks. Good Lord. 67-65. Nice move by Oscar Jabasilin. Over to Jordan Poole. No good. Rebounded by Buzz, who now has a double-double. Hits the putback. He now is 18-10. And we're tied up. Seattle will now take the lead, 67-69. Nice. As Odiemi gets it over to Bertans, over to Curry. And that's just Steph Curry for you. Game is now tied at 69. Double nice. Unfortunately, it's no longer 69 apiece. Seattle now up as Curry at the rim. Blocked by Buzz. What a great move by Buzz Wigginton. And then on the other end, fade away. 3-ball for Jordan Poole. And the Sonics are back up by 5. Golden State has on the inbound. It's Jalen Smith. Gets it inside for Diemi Odiemi, who throws it down. Odiemi's not the tallest power forward. He's only around 6'6", but he plays a lot bigger than his size, similar to a guy like Draymond Green. Kyril Story, jab step, splash. You know, he loves that jab step from deep, and look at the scoreboard. This game was tied a couple minutes ago. Now the Sonics lead by 10. Talen Horton-Tucker forces the turnover. On the fast break, Porter hands it off for R.J. Hampton, and the Sonics just cannot miss right now. Hampton ups the lead to 13 points as Talen Horton-Tucker misses from half court. A great third quarter on both ends of the floor for the Sonics. Defensively and offensively, they definitely outplayed the Golden State Warriors, who need a big fourth quarter as Wiseman is blocked at the rim, put back and one slam. The Warriors have been the kings of getting and ones today, and the Sonics have been getting all the posters today. 80-92 now, 12-point game. Klay Thompson in the corner for Jonathan Kuminga, who lets it fly. Kuminga's really shooting the three-ball well today. He has definitely improved that aspect of his game since he was a rookie. As here comes Kyril Story. Pump fake in the corner for a wide-open Oscar Jabasilin. One of the most underrated parts of Kyril Story's game is his playmaking. He's the best passer on this team, and he leads the Sonics in assists, showing off the playmaking there. Wiseman connects on the lob, and the Warriors cut it within 10, but now they're back down by 12. 87-99, 6.5 to go. Curry finds a wide-open Obi Toppin. We know Toppin likes to have his style on his dunks, as it's 89-101. Curry hits the pull-up three. Oscar Jabasilin caught sleeping on defense as the Sonics call a timeout with the game within single digits. Certainly not out of reach for Golden State, and if anybody can get hot, it's a team with the two greatest shooters of all time. Thompson hits the corner three. Golden State only down by 6. Kyril Story trying to drive inside. He gets it to Jordan Poole. Nice move again. Kyril Story showing off the playmaking. Poole now has 13 points on the game. He's been pretty good. As Curry fools Oscar on the pump fake at the rim. No good. Nice defense by Buzz, but James Wiseman gets another putback. Flopping to the ground. No foul called, and it's a 7-point game. Look at this mismatch. They have Curry on Buzz. Yeah, I think Buzz is going to take that every chance he gets. Buzz Wigginton now with 28 and 14. He has been unbelievably good. Buzz tips the pass on the lob. Here comes Seattle on the fast break. It's Kyril Story, who misses what would have been an insane poster dunk, but the Sonics get it right back. Oscar Jabasilin Fadeaway, no good. But Buzz is the only player inside, gets the putback, and he now has 30 and 15. It's now 99-110 with about 3 minutes to go. This crowd is loud on their feet. Thompson, tightly guarded by Kyril Story, heaves up a fadeaway, and it's good. What a shot there by Klay Thompson. That was great on-ball defense by Kyril Story, who's really improved on the defensive end of the floor. As Curry misses, good defense by Dumas, but it's rebounded by Odiemi for the layup, and the Warriors bring it within 7 as Seattle calls a timeout. I'm liking seeing Chance Dumas getting in key situations of the game. Right as I say that, he's taken out for Talen Horton-Tucker as Wiseman catches the ball midair. What a play. Can the Warriors score on what would be a massive possession? They do. Klay Thompson hits the corner 3, and Golden State brings it within 6. 106-112. Story is intercepted by Steph Curry. The Sonics are now starting to look sloppy here down the stretch as Thompson makes another shot. Golden State is now only down by 4. This game is not over. Under a minute to go now. Jay Basilin gets to the rookie Kyril Story. Story, step back, splash! The rookie has ice in his veins. What a shot by Kyril Story. And it's now 108-114. Curry off the screen, heaves up a 3, no good. Big defensive stop by the Sonics, and Golden State already has to play the foul game. After an ensuing inbound, the Warriors chose not to foul for whatever reason. As Oscar J. Basilin misses the 3, it's tipped out of bounds by Odiemi. Great play there by Cam Reddish. Seattle gets the ball back, and now Golden State will quickly have to fall. But the Sonics wasted like a good 20 seconds off the clock there. A really strong possession, and now there's only 20 seconds left. On the inbound, it's Buzz Wigginton fouled by James Wiseman with 19 to go. And from there, the Warriors would pretty much just play the foul game as Chance Dumas dribbles out the clock in his first game back from injury. What a victory for the number 1 seeded Seattle Supersonics. 116-108 is your final, and with this win, as I just said, the Seattle Sonics now hold first place in the Western Conference. Does having first place at this stage of the season really matter? No, not really, but still a nice win for pride. Buzz Wigginton was a man amongst boys. He had 32 and 16 on very efficient scoring. He has looked just fine at center. 21, 6, and 4 for Story, 16, 4, and 7 for Oscar. As for the Golden State Warriors, I thought Klay Thompson was their best player. He was quite good. Steph Curry wasn't bad. You can never say 25 and 13 is bad, but I thought we played really good on-ball defense on Curry, and I thought we limited him to the best of our ability. Kuminga, Wiseman, and Smith also in the double figures. Certainly a hard-fought battle. I won't be surprised if we see the Warriors again, possibly in the postseason. So we're going to simulate the rest of January now. I feel like we've gone through the season a little bit slowly, so I do want to make up some progress, and we're going to get through 3 weeks of action, which is a lot of time. Early on in this sim, we got an interesting trade from the Knicks. Patrick Williams and Otto Porter for Cam Reddish and RJ Hampton. I'm not going to do it. I don't think that trade makes us a whole lot better, but it was an interesting idea. Now we're getting some more bad luck on the injury front. Jordan Poole, high left ankle sprain, out 6 to 8 weeks. And replacing him in the lineup is actually going to be Chance Dumas. I want to keep a guy like Kevin Porter Jr. off the bench because of his scoring, whereas Chance Dumas isn't really a scorer. So I think having him in the starting lineup for his defense could actually be very beneficial. We're going to go back to a 12-man rotation as we get offered another Cam Reddish trade, this time for former Sonic Marvin Bagley, who has put up similar numbers on the Jazz. But keep in mind, the Jazz are really bad. He's their second highest rated player, so I would have expected him to do a little bit better. Oscar J. Basilin is now injured. He twists his knee out 1 to 2 weeks, so RJ Hampton will replace him in the lineup, but not at point guard. I want to try out Kyril Story at point guard. As I was saying earlier, I think he's the best playmaker on the team, so why not see what he can do running the offense? In the 10 games we simulated, we went 8-2, including sweeping the Chicago Bulls. We're the only team in the league who has a better record than us. So that is a big deal. We are far and away the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. As we take a look at the power rankings here, it's us and the Bulls at the top 2 spots. NBA.com and 2K Sports has us at 2, and Big Eric over here has us at 1. So clearly, based on how we've been playing really the past month or two, I think it's fair to say this team might be a championship contender. And we have a big trade deadline coming up within the next couple episodes. If we make a big splash and cash in on all of our assets, who knows? Maybe this team could set ourselves up for a championship run this year. We are also nearing the All-Star break, so I do want to take a look at the voting. You may notice there are no Sonics currently projected to make the All-Star game. I call BS. Buzz Wigginton is far and away the best player on the best team in the Western Conference. He's averaging 19 and 11. He's an all-NBA level defender. I think it's blasphemous that he's not an all-star at the moment. I imagine you guys can agree. So hopefully Buzz Wigginton can play well these next few weeks, garner some more votes, because I find it super disrespectful that the best player on the best team in the conference is probably not going to be an all-star, which does not make any sense to me. But nonetheless, that'll end today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the prospects from a prospect profile. Let me know what you think we should do at the trade deadline. Obviously, we're going to be buyers, but should we make a big splash or should we go small again? Make a smaller move like we did acquiring Talen Horton-Tucker earlier in the season. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.